How's it going, guys? Welcome to this video. This time I'm going to give away this little Tempestus Science little trooper, and it's going to go away to one of my Patreon supporters for the month of October. This is November, and yeah, I'm going to start doing that today, and I wish you luck, and here we go. Alright, so thank you very much for being my patrons, guys. This really helps me out to keep up with the channel. This time we got 57 entries for Patreon, and I'm going to generate a random number between 1 and 57, and here we go. I wish you all luck, and here we go. Let's go. 54. Let's see who's 54. John Kosemple. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Congratulations, man. I'm going to contact you soon and let you know that you want this little model, and I hope you like it. And thank you very much for being my Patreon, all of you. And I'm gonna go on with this video and see where we get. I'm going to read some of your comments, and I'm going to paint something in the process. So here we are. You will probably not be able to see much of what I'm doing because of the camera position, but this is the best I can do right now. I barely have time to do anything right now relating to the hobby or gaming, and I've been very busy with school and stuff because we're in finals, almost at finals, so I hope that it's over soon so that I can get back to painting miniatures and doing videos. I think I'm going to finish this one up. This is one of my corn Wrathmongers, pretty cool models, and yeah, this was the Tempestus Cyan that I gave away. I hope you can see it if you remember it from one of my tutorials. This is a very cool model. I always liked it, and thank you very much for being my patrons, guys. I'll be contacting the winner soon, and that's it. So this is pretty much my setup whenever I get to paint something. I just pulled out this little ceramic tile, and I don't even use this mat. This mat is just for you to see a little bit clearly, I guess. But I have my jar of water, my trusty brushes, and a bunch of paints on the far side here. I'm going to be reading some of your comments and painting, but first I wanted to show you something cool. If you remember my Sevatar model that I did a while back, I finished up the Cynic base, and I'm very happy about it. I changed up a little bit of the things from my tutorial to paint Sevatar. I added a little bit more detail. I decided to go for the gold trim instead of the silver because it's a little bit more how do you say, it's a little bit older style of Night Lords. I've seen them in many different ways, and I went for silver in my tutorial, but this time I went for gold, and I changed it up. And I did a little bit more lighter highlights on the very edges so that it pops up a little bit more. It was fine as it was, but I wanted it to pop up a little bit more, and I added this. I painted the Marine as Blood Angel. I realize now that you can't see it very well, and this is a very low quality video because it's gonna be long. But it's pretty much, I hope you can see it well. I really love. I think this looks very funny how this little blood angel looks on the ground, like all bloodied and stuff. This guy's a badass. Just finishing this little diorama makes me think that I want to do a little Night Lords pre-Heresy army with the new Horus Heresy set, and yeah, I would like to do that very much, but I'll wait and see. I bought 10-man squad from that set from eBay to experiment on color schemes and see what I like, but I think I'm pretty much going with Night Lords because I have this model and it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna start. First, Aphrodisiac is asking, I was curious if you would be able to do a Flesh Terror painting tutorial. I know they are similar to the Blood Angel scheme, but it seems that all the art depicting them shows they have more of a maroon color to them instead of red. I'm not too sure about that. I've seen new photos of Flesh Terrors and they seem like just black and red, like half black, half red. But I'll look it up. I'll see if I can do it. I bought some miniatures to make tutorials with, but I haven't had time yet. And yeah, I really want to start painting tutorials again, and it's very possible that I do it because I've been asked more than twice for that color scheme. I'll look it up and I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. This is what I'm using as a retarder lately. It's a color that I found in my art store. It's for airbrushing, but it works very well for thinning down my paints. If you use too much, it takes a lot of time to dry, so that you can use the paint for a long time. But also you have to be careful because if you don't allow it to dry and you start using washes or stuff like that, it takes a lot of time to dry. So you have to be careful before applying washes and stuff like that. So just add a little bit so that it goes smoother into the model, and that's pretty much it. I love using that. I don't remember how much it was cost wise, but it's a very good product. You can also use the liquid text if you like. I think this one's cheaper, but either way it's pretty good. How do I get the free model? I love your channel and you're such a talented painter. If I could do it, I would give models for my whole subscribers, but really it's hard for me to let go of my models to be honest, but I have to reward my patrons with something. I realized I have a lot of patrons, and for a long time they were my patrons without expecting anything in return. I didn't have anything to give to them. So the least I can do is just give away one of my models to them so that they get something in return for being my patrons. And yeah, that's basically how you can get a free model. Free in quotes, because you need to be my patron. But you can just donate $1 a month. It's not that much, and you may win one. Although 1 in 57, how many there were today? 1 in 57 chance of winning it. It's not that bad, but I don't know. It's not that much, and you get a chance to win one of these miniatures, and you help me continue making tutorials. And I think that's pretty fair, I guess. Can you see anything? No, you can't see anything. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to paint differently so that you can see at least a little bit. The light is a little weird here. It's very intense because it's very close. But oh well. What else? That was Nicholas Berry. Thanks for your comment. Michigan Wolverines. Is that like a team for some sport? I was wondering, could you do a showcase on your Khorne demon prints? I know you don't have a lot of time, but that would be awesome. I can show it to you right now. I don't know if I can do a special showcase. My rotary display it's broken, but I can kind of show you my demon prints. I hope it doesn't have a lot of dust. And it does. It has dust. It has been sitting on my shelf for some time now, and it's kind of embarrassing if I show it to you with all the dust. Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing. But I hope it isn't too noticeable. It's a low quality video too, so I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I like this model. I painted it a long time ago. It's a very bright red and not many transitions. It's just red with wash and then a couple of layers of brighter red. And I kept the shoulder pads on iron and brass as in Khorne's colors, and I did a little blending on the swords like that, but it's not too detailed, it's just a blend, and I like it like that. It's an old model that I have and I like it very much, but I haven't played with it, and he's been sitting on my shelf for months, and it's kind of embarrassing that it has all the dust, but it wasn't a really difficult model to paint. I printed it pretty much like I paint all of my blood letters, and he looks pretty cool. I realize it's kind of far away. It's kind of hard to see. So yeah, that's it. This isn't really a very complicated color scheme. It lacks some highlights, like the blacks are not highlighted. The bone is very white bone because I wanted it to look like the old style Khorne demons, which they look like very white bone and red skin, like the old Bloodthirster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's see. I'll leave it there. Okay, SamDog298. I would love to see you showing your Khorne army in a Khorne Demon King learning curve and tactics videos, and show some lists that you have used with Khorne Demon King and maybe some tactics that you use. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. That was SamDog298. Yeah, I would like to have more time to do more videos overall, even if it's a short video like a showcase or something like that. Tactics wise, I think it's pretty basic. I'm not super knowledgeable on tactics and stuff like that, but I've played some games and I've had success using some things and others not so much. But overall, the Khorne Demon King is very fun to use, very fun to play. And yeah, I could talk about my lists I used. One time I used a frick ton of cultists. Almost, I think I used like six squads of 8, and that was pretty awesome. I don't remember exactly the number, but it was like hundreds of attacks in one big charge. I think my opponent kind of underestimated them. He wasn't paying attention to them. He was paying attention to my bigger stuff, like my Mauler Fiends and stuff like that. And when it came to the assault, surprise, surprise, here comes 140 attacks or something crazy like that. and I think it was just a couple of squads attacking. That was pretty crazy. Remember that you can get extra attacks from the blood type table. So a pistol, close combat weapon, +1 attack, rage. It gives you 5 attacks per model. It's pretty insane. Pretty insane. Pretty cool. Yeah, I would keep it in mind, making more videos about showcases and tactics. Harry in the Galaxy, you're so humble and kind. If you're one of my you're one of my favorite YouTubers. Big up, man. Big up, man. Thank you very much. Thanks so much, man. I don't know what to say to that. Just thank you. David Taylor, would you consider doing requests for tutorials if people donated miniatures or the money to buy them? And somebody replied, well, she's the same one. Also, you're unsocial, not antisocial. I don't mean that in a grammar police way. I just have a funny image in my head of you punching random people in the face and trying to get one wandering kitten's lunch money. I know. I misused that word last time. Yeah, I realize that now. Thanks for correcting me. If you want to send me a model, you can do so. Just send me a message through Facebook, and I'll respond. Just don't send me anything too expensive or too big, because if it's too big, it's gonna take a lot of time to paint, and I don't have a lot of time. Just let me know what you want to send me, and I'll let you know if it's okay. If it's a troop size model, like any at most Terminator, the largest, I think, I can pretty much find the time to maybe make a tutorial, and yeah, I can receive it and do it. Especially if you want to send me Heresy models, I'm very interested on doing those models. But yeah, I would gladly take models any day, but I just don't want to compromise with all of this work that I have at school. But I love getting models, of course, as anyone would. Money I wouldn't accept. Well, I have one Patreon perk that if you donate a bunch of money, I will paint a model for you and send it to you. I think it was, I'm not sure, check my Patreon. There's an option where you can get a model painted by me. I don't remember how much I asked for. But yeah. Let's see, Larry Cobro. Please paint a tall next with a lot of mood green. Is that a model or is it a color scheme? If it's a model specifically, I may have difficulty finding it. If it's a color scheme that I can do on a Fire Warrior, then probably I can do it, because I think I have one Fire Warrior at least, and I'm planning to do some Tau. I wish I was up to date with the GW releases. That would help my channel a lot, but because I'm busy doing other things, I'm not very up to date with that. But Ratmongers are amazing. Slight change of topic. Ratmongers are amazing. They look so cool. Also, the Horus Heresy models look so cool. Sevatar looks so cool. Okay, what next? What you do is amazing. Your Chaos Space Marine saved my life. Yeah, like painting wise, like now you know how to paint them. Well, I'm glad. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and I appreciate that you will find the time to let me know. Yeah, when I started painting models, I looked at YouTube for some help, and some of those things were kind of hard to find. Now there's a ton of painters. Most of them are pretty good. But yeah, this is a resource. I can get some extra money for my miniatures, doing videos, and yeah, that's pretty cool. I would like to go into painting more professional kind of color schemes, doing all that sorts of blendings and stuff, but I need the time and I need the models. But I have, as I've explained many times, I have my work and I have to go to school. I can't wait to winter vacation so that I can start painting some more. Next up, Jonathan Raleigh. Your Bile 10 Guardian was good. You would be surprised on how little there is of decent Eldar Guardian tutorials out there. Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen many Eldar tutorials other than airbrushing. And I would like to do more Eldar tutorials, but I don't know which color scheme to choose. And of course, I haven't found the time. I've been painting a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, I think I have another Guardian coming on the mail. I bought a bunch of miniatures to paint, but yeah, hopefully soon. I was thinking, I don't remember the name of that craft world. I think it was Alitug. That's one of the colors that I would like to tackle. The one that is blue and yellow. I don't remember the name. But yeah, either that or the yellow one. I don't know the Eldar craft world's names, but yeah. I would like to tackle some Eldar soon. I'm taking my sweet time with this model. Usually I would paint a couple of them at a time, or 3 of them at a time. These are a little bit bigger and I want to pay attention to what I'm doing, so I'm just doing 1. Sometimes I do 2, but it depends. Okay, someone's screaming. Sorry about that. I don't live alone. I don't live alone, so whatever. Loken, you shouldn't worry about getting lower views for other game system miniatures right now. Diversifying your audience is good. If you make the videos, people that want to watch them will come with time, especially when they're as good as yours. Thank you very much, Loken. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree, but I also don't agree so much, because if you try to diversify a little bit more, I have a little niche here with most of the people liking Warhammer 40k in specific. I don't do much Age of Sigmar or any other thing, and the people that follow my videos, I think they are mostly Warhammer oriented, and they all of the time they're asking for Warhammer 40k tutorials, sometimes 30k, and very rarely they ask for Age of Sigmar. But yeah, I would like, if I had the time, to do at least a couple of 40k videos a month, and another from anything else, then yes, I would like to do that. But because I have so few time, I think I can only focus on one thing. But yeah, should I worry? Well, no, I'm not worried. We do what we can. We have the time. This is not my job. My job is delivering bread in the middle of the night to stores, chain stores. I'm basically a delivery boy. That sucks. But I'm going to school as well, and this is my hobby. Also playing video games. I would like to play some Fallout too, but it's been a while that I haven't made any videos, and I feel a little guilty because I have patrons out there and they need my attention even if they don't want it, because I have some friends that are my patrons and they never asked for anything. I started my Patreon without giving them anything back, and they were still my Patreon, so I'm very grateful for that. Okay, we're almost a lot of comments, and we are 25 minutes plus the giveaway, maybe 30 minutes into this video. I'm gonna finish reading these comments, and I'm gonna try to find some more, because I haven't painted at all. I've been very distracted and painting very slowly. But what can you expect? I'm trying to do like 3 things at a time: speaking, reading comments, and painting. I don't usually speak in English as well. I speak Spanish. People with whom I live here only speak Spanish. Well, they speak English too, but they don't speak Spanish when I talk to them, because I mean English. They don't speak English when I talk to them, so it has been kind of hard to practice sometimes, and I mess up the words a lot, as you can tell sometimes. But I think I've gotten better at speaking English. Trying to speak my mind in English. Okay, Anti-Skanger, cool model, man. By any chance, do you do any modeling? If so, could you do tutorials? I don't get involved in modeling too much. I don't modify my models. I would kit bash sometimes to make conversions, in air quotes. I don't consider them real conversions, because I'm not really doing any complicated cutting or green stuffing or stuff like that. But no, I'm not too into modeling. I also have an issue that if my models aren't stiff enough, like if they have magnetizing, they are magnetized, and they are in a way that it feels like you can take off an arm or stuff like that. They feel a little bit flimsy. I don't like them. I don't know why I think that I like models, not action figures. They shouldn't move at all. They should be stiff and solid as a piece that you can look and save. If you have bits that you have to save around and carry with you, I don't like that. But I understand why people do it. I don't criticize it. I think it's to each of his own, right? I kind of changed the topic again, but I don't do much conversion. There should be some channels that do conversions out there. I've seen some videos on conversion, but I can't give you a name off the top of my head. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, who's next? Last comment. I like to see paint a corn miniature from Age of Sigmar. I have trouble with that standard bearer. I can't find a good painting scheme for the standard that fits the mini. I would like to do the Age of Sigmar corn guys. A friend of mine has the corn side saved up for me, but I haven't seen him since school started, and that's very sad because I really wanted to crack at those models and give them a go. But pretty much there would be very similar to Chaos Cultists and how's it called? My Crimson Slaughter tutorial. No, I want to paint them so that they look like my the rest of my Crimson Slaughter / World Eaters army. I would like them to look like that, and I would paint them like that. It'll be pretty much the same thing. Maybe the process will change a little bit here and there, but you could start painting them just looking at those models. The only thing that will change, I think, is the skin color because of the new skin color paint, which is the... I can't find it. I think it's Flayed One Flesh. That's the new color that they are using. But pretty much you can use any skin color you like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see if I have more comments. If not, I'm gonna end this video because I really don't have much to tell you, and I could move on and do something else because I need to finish some homework. Let's see. Give me a second. Sorry for the dead air time. But I figured you are working on something right now, right? These long videos should be for you to listen while working on something else, and you can ask me questions if you have, so that whenever you see the video, you can listen to your comments if you leave some. I'll read all of the comments made on my monthly giveaways videos. I would read them and answer them. So if you have any questions, just leave them there. If you have any comments for me, or you're having trouble with something, you can just leave me a comment and I'll read it next time. CMD Shepherd commenting on a very old Bloodletter painting tutorial. Amazing tutorial, except I'm not sure how I feel about the orange on the skin. Funny also getting Bloodletters to ally with my Black Legion army. Yeah, that's pretty good idea. Demons are always cool. Although I like them a lot more on the Corn Demonkin army. They are pretty cool. They produce blood type points, and they are fearless. They're not. They don't have the instability that they have on their own codex, which is pretty nice. And yeah, my old videos are kind of funny and weird. I'm not an official painter for a Games Workshop or anything. I'm just myself, and I'm just doing whatever. And people like it, so I do it, and I make mistakes sometimes. You may not like the color that I use, but you can use something else. It's not set in stone. It's probably not how a Citadel guide will tell you to paint. Most of the time I think it will, because it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. But some people want to see you do it so that they can get the courage and know that it's easy and fun to do. But yeah, don't take it too seriously if you don't like my videos. If you don't like it, just that's fine. I don't care. I mean, I care, of course. If you're a good follower and you have concerns, just let me know. But yeah, if you don't like one color, just change it. It's not a big deal. I also didn't like using bright colors on my bloodletters, but bloodletters, if you don't use a bright red, almost orange, they look very very dark. And dark miniatures are very hard to see on the battlefield if you're far away. They don't seem as bright, and they kind of look like they're unpainted from far away. And I don't like that. I would like to have bright highlights, especially edge highlights. They look pretty good, and they make the model stand out that much more. Even if they're painted with dark colors, they need bright edge highlights. Okay, how? 35 minutes, 40 minutes? Around 40 minutes this video is. Okay, someone else. Cameron Stewart on my Scepter video. What is your reason for priming with black? Have tried this a few times in the past, but always default to a dark gray. Okay, it seems like you always end up having to do many more layers to get colors to pop. Yeah, that's true. It depends. On my Saboteur video, I was going for a very dark base, which is the Cantor Blue. Cantor Blue, if you use Cantor Blue and you wash it, it almost looks like black. It's very, very dark. So it covers very well over black, and the black really helps it like stay on that dark kind of side of the color. If you use white, oddly, if you use white with Cantor Blue, it could be hard to cover, or if you miss a spot, it's really noticeable. So it doesn't matter really which primer you use, because if you're gonna give it a good coat, even if it's white, you need to give at least a couple of coats so that the color that you're using achieves full opacity. So if you're using like a cheap, not cheap, but a different approach like me when using black, you can miss a couple of spots that are going to be very dark anyway, and they won't be noticeable. So it's really up to you, I think. Whatever color you like to use as a primer, that's fine. Whichever is you're more comfortable with. Of course, if you're doing yellow, it's a very bad idea to start with black. In my opinion, some people, I think they could do it and they have no problem with it, but you really have to do a lot of layers, so it really doesn't matter. I think you're gonna have to build up the layers to reach that opacity, as I told you, as I'm saying. Anyway, if you want a good coat of paint. So doesn't matter. Yeah, it matters, but don't even know what I'm doing. I'm using the wrong color. Because I'm focusing on answering comments and thinking about stuff. Okay, let me find the right color. I'm looking for Sigmar bronze. Here it is. Okay, thanks for a comment, Cameron Stewart, and yeah, use whatever primer you like. It's really up to you. And if you can find the color spray, that's much better, because you won't have to match the color to the primer. But yeah. Okay, Ginganu1234 commenting on my sanguinary guard tutorial says heretic painting glorious blood angels heresy blam. I know. And did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. I like painting miniatures, even if they're for the false emperor. I'm not doing it for him, I'm doing it for myself. Painting models is the best. It's relaxing, they look cool, people like them. Well, it depends if you do a good job. But yeah. Am I a heretic? No, to you maybe. But the Chaos Gods are real, and they have true power. If you don't like that, well, come and fight me. I'm kidding. Sigmar bronze is one of my favorite brass colors. It's very shiny, very beautiful. I like it. Looks pretty cool. I know you can't see anything, probably. But if you've tried any of my color schemes for corn, most of them have this gold highlight. Not gold, but brass. This is like a silvery gold. Looks pretty nice. And it shines very brightly. I like it so much. Like it very much. Let's see, one last comment and I'll just move on. Darren Thompson is asking on my Word Bearers Part 1 tutorial for way back when. Just getting started into this stuff, so I'm loving your videos, thank you. Question though, what size brushes would I need to only do base and wash? As I am on a budget and this would be the last step I get for a while. Thanks. Go to an art store and buy a good quality watercolor brush, like this, for example. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's called Raphael Carrel. I bought it in an art store and it's not focusing. Sorry about that. Raphael Carrel size 2. As you can see, it's a size 2 and it's pretty big, but the point is very, very nice, very fine. The bristles are kind of, as you can see, the bristles are fat in the beginning, so they can hold a lot of wash as well, and they have the point to really paint even eyes if you really want to. You have to take care of them, of course. These are a little bit more quality brushes. I think it was like $8, but instead of buying a bunch of very expensive GW brushes, you can really buy good quality watercolor brushes that will last you a long time. I would avoid using them for example metallics. I said this once in one of my recent videos that the metallics have alcohol. I realized not all of them have, or not all appear to have. Like Balthasar Gold, if you give it a whiff, it doesn't smell much like anything. It apparently is just an acrylic color, but most of my lead pilchers lately, I accidentally smelled it, and it smells like it definitely smells like alcohol, and that's kind of weird because I was pretty sure that Citadel colors weren't based on alcohol, but apparently lead pilcher is, and apparently most good quality metallics have some alcohol in them. Of course they don't rust like the liquid gold range, but that's kind of weird. So that kind of scared me off of metallics, and I stopped using my good quality brushes for metallics. So I use whatever other brush that I have, like this one. This is a synthetic number 2 from Blick. It's supposed to be a watercolor brush as well, and I bought it. I didn't like it because the points were splitting. So it's like it's some hits and misses. You get some good brushes and some bad. Definitely this one is one of my favorites. It's pretty good, and I bought a bunch of them. Not a bunch of the same one, but a bunch of the same brand that are pretty good for painting miniatures. And yeah, you only need a good brush that'll hold a good tip and can hold a lot of water. This one's pretty good. And for details, I haven't bought good quality detail brushes. I still use this old fine detail brush from Citadel. It has held its point very well, and it's a big exception because all my other Citadel brushes are pretty much crap. They weren't so much crap when I first bought them. Most of them were splitting, had split tips, and some of them were pretty good, like 50-50. Some of them were good, some of them were pretty bad. But really, I would say you're gonna need a dry brush. For that, you can use some bad brush, some old brush that you don't like, or you can get it from someone else or from any supply of art that you have laying around your house. Maybe you have a brush. You can just take a brush that is bad and cut most of the tip and use that as a dry brush. It's gonna be a very small dry brush, but you could also use a flat brush for dry brushing. If it has stiff hairs, that works better. But you're gonna need a dry brush. You're gonna need this one for base coating and washing, I think, if you're on a budget. And you can use another number 1. No, wait, you need a detail brush instead. If you can't get a 1 for details, you can use this for everything, and then get a fine detail brush for painting eyes and edge highlighting. And if you can get some retarder so that your paints last longer wet, that'll be a good idea, because that'll help you a lot and make your painting so much easier. So I think that's it. I'm not gonna read any more comments. If you want me to answer some question or some comment, please leave comments on this video, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for my patrons that donated to my account last month. I hope you can stick around for next, and I'm gonna give away another model next time, and I think that's it. Details on my Patreon account are after this video, and thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.
You stayed. Great. Thank you very much for watching my video, and if you would like to further support my channel, you can become my Patreon on Patreon. You can pledge as little as $1 a month, and you are helping me create more and better content. If you can't, that's fine, because you're helping my channel a lot just for watching and sharing, but you can read all of the details if you follow the link in the description below. I hope you can spare $1 to make this hobby of mine a job for which I can get paid. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.